Hi Anti-Society, welcome back to the Antisocial Planet, and today we're getting into some more Tower of God where we might be figuring out where Rachel is, because we did have Bomb getting the best of Yura in the game that's happening right now. That's, again, like most tests in games in the tower, seems to have taken a bit of a backseat where everyone's doing their own thing for their own ends. But she's supposed to tell Bomb where Rachel is, and we haven't seen any little clips of her since she went off in this cavern with her group, so I'm not entirely sure what she's up to or if we're actually going to get the information, because considering the kinds of manipulation and mind games that have been going on, it's entirely possible that Yura doesn't actually know where Rachel is right now. We might not get that information, especially if she was so confident that she was going to win with this bet anyway, that she's like, I can just say that I know that information. We have no proof that they have even really talked to each other, other than she seems to know more about Bomb than the normal person would. But we also saw that she is communicating with Emily, and Emily is not only the person who gives out lots of information when people ask for it, but also is very closely tied to Rachel and Cassino. I don't know what we're getting into with this, but I feel like Bomb is probably going to be disappointed, all things considered. Let's get into the chapters. He is so desperate for it too. She's shocked. He's desperate. I don't know if anyone really knows what's going on. Also, what's in the case? We don't know yet, but I know it's somehow related to her abilities. Also, I noticed before, I thought about it later, with the chapters of Yura has stars, literally, and considering the connection to Rachel and stars, I think it's interesting, and we consider people who are like celebrities, also we call them stars, because Yura used to be an idol. Interesting connection there with the imagery. Anyway. Oh yeah, we also had Akka that we haven't fully gotten into yet, who may or may not be a gentle giant. I don't know. Yes, everyone is quite interested in Bomb. Oh, I guess, yeah, he hasn't been using the needle thorn thing. I think it changes depending on the translation, but he hasn't been using that ability specifically because he's, one, he doesn't fully know how to use it, and two, he's trying to keep it as secret as possible. Interesting too that he's accomplishing this without actually using his full abilities. Just like how pathetic. Okay, calm down. I like how they're both just doing their own thing, but they're also keeping tabs. What Bomb is up to. Hang on. As someone who also likes to sing, I would like to believe that I also have some kind of other skill. I don't know. I shouldn't be defending her. She's an awful person, but I don't know why that got a little defensive there. There's a considerable size difference, especially for Tiny-kun, that I really want to see Ran fight against Akka. I just want to see them stand next to each other. There's no reason. I think there's a couple of reasons, but that doesn't mean you can't succeed. I'm just saying I can think of a few reasons to hesitate. Of course you have to say hello. Of course he does. He can't just let it be. He's gotta poke the bear. Oh, everyone taking notes. That's probably not good. You don't want people being able to figure out your abilities before you have to encounter them. Yeah, there's something in the bag that's heightening her abilities. Yeah, I'm assuming there's some kind of special item in it. Are we gonna take the item? Not that I condone theft, but might be useful. I like how it rocks. Yes, strategy. Also, what should the nickname be? After my own heart. As somebody who gives nicknames to pretty much everyone, I would also be thinking, does she even know? Also the star. Wait, I'm like, whenever the eyes close up, I'm like, but also, does she know? We're gonna flashback. Is it something to do with, I'm trying to think of where we are. Is it meeting up with Rachel? Is it connected to, because we know that something was specifically left on the Hell Train. Is she connected with that in some way? Because wasn't there two people who survived? Okay, talking to Emily. Okay, so maybe it is connected to this item that was left behind. Seem to be on it by ourselves. Again, has she even interacted face-to-face with Rachel, or is it just through Emily? I'm like, will her team be okay with that? Because again, there's not really loyalty on that team, and they definitely threw in with her assuming that she would be a bit of a sure thing that they would succeed and get on the train. Okay. Oh, okay, so this is like a lighthouse connected to the workshop battles. It makes sense though, given that the workshop is like where they make lots of different kinds of weapons and experiment on people and stuff, that she would have some specific item from there, right? Isn't that where most of the items come from? I don't know if I would tell them all of that though. Again, not much loyalty. This is a team that has just been put together out of convenience. So like maybe keep some things close to the chest. That doesn't seem to be how this went. I don't think that they're going to step out of this as peacefully as she might be. Almost time for what I said in the last couple chapters. This feels like we are setting up for something. We are distracting while something else is going on. And I think that especially since we have not seen Rachel in a while. We saw her before everything was going down with, I think, the free-for-all fight that happened right before this. And then not again. We never got another little panel of her or even a nod to what she may be doing, which makes me feel like this is intentionally distracting from something that's going on. Separate? I thought we were going to tell him where she is. I knew it. Felt like it. I can also believe that. Oh, she's definitely hiding more stuff. There's gotta be more going on. Agreed. Also, are you actually a gentle giant? I just want to know if I'm adopting a new person. I just like a heads up. That seems ominous. Because Rod's just like, hey, walking up to someone who's definitely dangerous. Probably to pick a fight, let's face it. We're already name calling too. If we could just chill for a second. We already picked a fight with the person who was guarding the door. I think everyone's looking like, what just happened? What's going on? Ron, just calm down. Tiny sir, please just, I know you want to find Casino. I understand. I get it. I have a similar feeling towards him, and I want to see you. I want to see you fight Casino. I want to see you fight Akka. Honestly, I think it'd make me giggle. But maybe we don't put Dan and Novik in the line of fire too. I know that he's gonna be like, oh, I can handle this myself, but can you? There's multiple here. There's 4 of them. Maybe just relax and think about it for a second. I am excited to see what this guy's abilities are though. Oh, are you crazy to fight me on your own? Ren, are you telling me that you aren't picking a fight with all of them all on your own? That you're like, oh, I need Novik and Dad to help me with this fight? No, you definitely wanted to fight all of them single-handedly. And we're calling other people crazy? Maybe reflect a little bit. Just a little bit. Oh, I love that of just the aftershock because he's moving so fast. Oh, so everyone's got that skill. I thought that Bomb was like being creative, but apparently that's a normal thing at this point in the tower. Good to know. Thanks for the translation note. It's nice when I get them. I don't like the kind of like high saturation on around there. It just seems like something bad happened. He's also not gonna like you calling him a kid repeatedly. Yeah, no, we know about this. We knew that people were all being gathered in the same place. Definitely a trap, okay? I've said this all the way back to the workshop battles. Like when Emily was luring all those people to save her, I was like, this feels like we're bringing a bunch of people into a specific place. Seems a little bit sus. Definitely now. Let's bring all the people who have tickets into a singular place before the train even happens. Definitely a trap. But I feel like there's more to it. I feel like there's something else going on. It's never just that simple, right? Oh, okay, we're stealing a train. The train. I guess that would be easier too. If they haven't gone onto the train yet, then you could just take the train and then they're not going to be on it. And then you don't have to defeat them to find the thing that's on the train. I hate that it's clever. I hate that I respect that it's clever. It's well thought through. I was wondering, I'm like, they're doing something. Ah, so that's where we're headed. Yep, all a distraction. Oh yeah, we had a whole guardian that we have to deal with. And what, Daniel? Who I know I'm probably supposed to be afraid of. I get it. I understand, but I can't do it yet. It's the face and the name Daniel. It just does not strike fear in me, but I'm sure I will change my mind at some point soon. No comment. Feel like my face says enough. All the weapons around him. Is that him summoning them? Whew, there's a lot going on. We got 3 different confrontations going on. And where's my sweet boy Kun? I know he's late. I know we had one point where someone was getting off of a train and we didn't see who it was. It was like a late arrival. I just want to know. Okay. All right. Let's see where this is all going. Are we sticking with going up against the Guardian? I noticed that they're calling Daniel old man. And I know that I should not look at anyone in the tower and assume that they are the age that they look because most of them are older than you would expect. But that just makes me more nervous because I know I'm not intimidated by him. But if he's like old by tower standards, that does make me nervous because who do you have to be to survive that long in the tower? And what kinds of knowledge and skills do you have being someone who has lived that long? Something to ponder. He's also, oh, I lie compulsively. That seems also something to be worried about. Look at her smile. Just, oh, it's fine. It's fine. We're fine. Deep breath. See, I don't trust someone who's I lie all the time and being like, oh, but I didn't lie about that. Definitely. That seems like something a liar would say. That also seems intense. I do the purple color of his ability, but I'm stressed. No plan, but only power. I feel like a lot of people in this, that's like Ran's whole shtick for the main part of him battling in the tower at this point is like, no plan, just power. Hope it works. And then eventually when he has a bit of a hard time, he's okay, fine, I'll be strategic about it. Ooh, wasn't expecting him to withstand. Guardian for a reason. Doesn't seem very shaken though. Not even turned around. The confidence. But it does make me wonder, like, why do you, like, one, I think part of it is having your back to them is a bit of a intimidation thing to be like a visual way of saying that the Guardian is so powerful that he doesn't even need to look or turn around to face the people who are going up against him. But then it also makes me wonder what's on the other side. Like, why face the door if your job is to keep people out? Because I feel like it might partly be his job to keep whatever is inside. I don't know if I'm right about that. It just feels like that might be the more important thing. Just like the ping and the huh? I can see that visually if it was animated, which I guess some of it is going to be animated. I haven't watched the anime. There's like a first season, and I think it might be the first season of the Webtoon. I think they're doing a season 2. I haven't looked into it though. I've heard mixed things. I haven't heard people say, oh, it's great, but I haven't heard people say it's terrible. I haven't checked it out yet. I don't know if watching it would be useful for me, but let me know if you guys want me to watch it. I know some people have been like, yeah, you can watch it, but I haven't heard the big chorus of people wanting me to see it. Also, there's some intense explosions happening right now. I'm assuming from multiple points. We had the 3 different pings. Just like the, hey, still living? Doesn't seem super shaken though. It's just like the, oh, you're living. Oh, is it Casino? Yeah. He's probably doing okay. I don't talk about it. Those are the people in this series that just make me go, oh. When I see that. Look, I don't forget betrayal. I'll remember. Yeah, is there a plan? Okay, so we have illusionary. So is he like his own being, or is he a manifestation of someone else's ability that has been placed there by someone who has more power? Do you have to defeat the guardian though? Because if you can't, because physical attacks won't work, can you just go around? I know that's easier said than done, but you just need to open the gate and then get through it and close it. And would you be okay? Or I guess you have to use an attack that isn't physical in nature. I don't like to agree with Casanel, but that's a good point. If you can't kill him, then do you just need to incapacitate him in some way or get around him in some way? You're gonna use your ability. Are you gonna use Teddy Bear's abilities? Because I'm so mad about that. My sweet boy's just like in a coma right now. Just gotta leave him be. Oh, okay, we're just gonna do whatever we want. Hang on. How many we got? We got 2 little orb things. Bongs, possibly. Oh gosh, I forgot the whole eating, snacking thing. Very unnerving. Dang. The scale is great though. The placement of this panel to really get the scale of this attack that's happening. He still doesn't turn around. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, this time? When did you run away? Seems to be some baggage there. Also, we have a name drop. Backstory? It's a good job on like the art of looking like slightly unhinged. Like there's this like glee in not just like triumph of being confident that he will succeed or that he has this much power, but there's also like this like slightly unhinged look of like he's willing to unleash an immense amount of power regardless of the consequences just because he can and he wants to get over there. Like there's a gleam in the eye that I'm just like, oh dear. Okay, yeah. So one of the people who survived, that may be why Rachel knows what is on the train and why she wants it. And I'm like, it doesn't seem like we're... Oh, who won? Who's still standing? We got like a cry, rubble. She's literally got like angel wings and a halo and everything. Also, the way she's just carrying this guy. Oh, yeah. Where did we end up? What's going on? Remote? Again, I'm like, is the guardian just a manifestation of someone else or what? I'm also wondering what just happened. It was just, oh, I just turned it off. What does it even mean? Okay, who's the captain of the train and why is the guardian a manifestation from the captain of the train? In which case, like, why is there just a remote and who is it and why did we get it and what's happening right now? And why didn't you just use it to begin with? Why are you trying to prove something with your power or what? Was it just like distraction to be like, let me throw this super powerful attack so I can just click off while you're not looking? Okay, sure. Exactly. I was like, why did we go through all of this? It's just to prove something? It's true. Okay, yeah. I remember he said he lied. Forgot about that for a second. So how much of that is an actual backstory and how much of that is just like the dramatics and because he's a liar who lies? What's on the real platform? Again, I feel like it might be something that's being kept inside. Oh, I don't know how to feel. We actually spent a decent amount of time with Rachel's group. She didn't say anything. She just smiled creepily in some of the panel. But we spent quite a bit of time with them, which I think is interesting after spending no time with them and getting that reveal that all of this was just to distract people so that they can steal the train, which like, I hate to concede is a good idea, okay? Because if you get all of the people who have the tickets in one place, I was like, oh, it's probably to steal as many tickets as possible. But no, it's just we don't want those people to even get a chance to board the train because then if the train's basically empty, we don't have to deal with them. We can just go straight to the people who are already on there, the captain, and there's other people also on the train who I guess run the hell train and what it is. So they're like, we just don't have to deal with them and we can go and get the item that's on there and just not have to deal with the whole group of people that are going to be there. I'm like, that's brilliant. And I'm upset to admit that because Rachel, but getting to then spend a bunch of time with that group and kind of get to know them, specifically focusing in on Daniel and the importance that he's going to have, but also prefacing it with he's a liar who compulsively lies. So how much of what he is saying is something that we can actually take and be like, okay, this is information to store away for later because that's going to be important backstory, right? I said we had a name, Rowan, I think was the name that he dropped. And then we had him saying he was coming back to the train. I was like, okay, so is he one of the people who survived the train before? And that's why they know what's on the train. And he's specifically going back to get what he lost and how much of that is true and like how much of him saying, oh, I'm not going to run away again. I was like, oh, that's probably like a backstory of some kind, but is that true? Question everything. And is that because he actually is someone who lies about that much stuff? Or is he saying that, prefacing with, oh, I'm a liar, so that regardless of what he says, people aren't going to just believe that. They're going to then assume that he's lying so he can say and do things and people aren't going to analyze it or store away that information because, oh, he's a liar, so we don't have to pay attention to that, right? I'm like already psyching myself out because I'm like, how much can I actually take from what he's saying or doing and extrapolate from that and tuck it away for later as important information? But I do think that it's clever that they're going to steal the train. They seem to know the captain. Maybe it'll be easier than I thought. I was like, oh, they're probably going to have to take it by force. But if they know the new captain of the train, then maybe they don't, because they had this remote thing to get past the Guardian. I'm assuming that they know that they're going to be there, that they're going to try and steal the train. How much are they actually going to have to fight to get on it? And how many adversaries are they actually gonna have to deal with once they get on the train if they already have connections there and they already know that they're gonna be there? I don't know, I feel like Fug is controlling everything and there's so much else going on. But also, now that Bomb is part of this pre-game tournament thing, is he trapped and can't get out quickly now and be like, I need to get to wherever the train is so that I can block it? Luckily though, Kun, late, dealing with something else, don't know what he's dealing with yet, but he's not in the tournament. Rock isn't in, I guess he's still in the tournament, but Kun isn't. So maybe we have somebody who can help us out. Maybe. We got some other people around who aren't currently working on this. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just putting out ideas. It feels like there's a lot going on, which I feel like is inevitable. We have like brief moments of things being like calm, maybe even pleasant, and then things wrap up. And I feel like given how many people have said how much they love the Hell Train story, I'm super excited. Like, I loved the workshop battle story, but so many other people were like, okay, no, but this story, it gets better. So I'm super excited to see what's going to happen now that we're getting into more of the main part of the Hell Train arc and seeing these characters all come together and the different layers of all the things that are going on. But I hope you enjoyed reading those chapters along with me. You can click this place to go into my previous reactions, or you can subscribe so you miss next time I post a Tower of God video, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.